Situation report. The time is 6:41. I just had a Irving tech out at one of our buildings, and he is gonna have to try and get parts tomorrow when the supply house is open. It is Friday night. So we are heading over there with a torpedo heater to get the temperature up quickly, some space heaters to try and keep the pipes freezing, but we got like a 2-hour drive ahead of us. This would not have been an issue had Craig been at work. He's been off for the last 2 weeks, so he had Christmas and New Year's off, and he isn't back at work until Monday. And I don't know if there's any space heaters over there. As far as I know, there aren't. I'll see you in 2 hours. That right there is our problem. That's the power vent, and that is currently what is causing this whole thing not to run. Let's not break it. Put that crank. We're just gonna back this up right close to the door, so there's even less things in front of it. While that baby puts out some heat, we're gonna throw some heat on upstairs. It is, yeah, it's 44 degrees in here. So it's only gone down 2 degrees upstairs, which isn't terrible. It's also not been super cold over here. If we put the cold water on trickle, just on most of the faucets, should be fine for the weekend. There's a little kitchen here, and then the bathroom. And then throw the shower on. Just a trickle, just so there's water flowing through it. Just a trickle. So if it is delayed, it'll be fine. Mop sink on too. All right, those are all running. Let's grab propane. So I've got 2 different little heaters. Take this one over here, just in this main side. I think I need a lighter. That's why I always have matches in the truck. You never know when you're gonna need them. There's 2 ovens in here, and I've put those to 500, and I've opened the door just to add a little bit extra heat. They're putting off heat. That'll help warm up. It's a bit harder to tell, but you can kind of see it. It'll start to glow orange here in a second. Yeah, still 44 degrees. Oh, shit. What do we do now? I'm not sure what's going on with that. We'll let that keep going for a little bit, and yeah, this is still lit. This will heat up this bathroom fairly well. I don't know if we're gonna get this main room heated up much more than keeping it at what it's at, but we'll get electric heat downstairs. At least downstairs stays warm enough. Oh yeah, it's noticeably warmer down here. Just in the 10 minutes that thing's been running, or 20 minutes, whatever it's been. It is so much warmer down here. Not so much this side, but that's, I mean, to be expected. We're gonna let that heater run as long as possible. This little electric heater probably isn't gonna do much in this big space down here. Put it right here by this entryway. This little one likes to shut itself off. It gets too hot and then it shuts itself off. So you're basically just getting nothing out of it. So you're better off just putting it up lower so you get that consistent heat out of it. And then we'll just set the other electric heater up by the door. But it already feels a bit warmer in here. I wish I could just leave these on all night, but I don't feel comfortable. 47, hey, it's doing something, they're doing stuff. You know, I think I'd like to get it up to like 50 before we pull the plug and leave for the night. I don't really want to just leave the ovens on either, as nice it would be. I mean, close the doors, but I don't know, it's a lot of electricity. Bathroom feels warmer already too. Not super warm, but it's warmer. We're gonna give it a little bit more time, just try and warm things up upstairs. I don't know how well you can see it, but we've hit 50 up here. Now that it helps that the ovens are right here, right next to the thermostat. Far end of the room is not 50 degrees, but the bathroom's been bumped up in temperature. That's been bumped up. I mean, we've gained 6 degrees in about 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Oh yeah, so much warmer down here. It's not really warmer down this end. It's a bit. You can definitely feel the heat coming in this way, but it's boosted the heat up by a lot. So I'm just gonna put the electric heat on, make sure this thing's still, yeah, this thing's still putting out a tiny bit of heat. It's more than nothing. Whew. All right, now we can hear again. We're gonna give that a few seconds to cool off. Low, medium, high, high, max. This thing puts out a good amount of heat. This should keep the basement nice and warm. And we'll just have to hope that upstairs can stay warm enough. All right. Well, that's... oh shit, let's not leave the door open. Let out all the heat. We're gonna let that one sit for a minute, let it recover. Try and warm that room back up. We're gonna grab this other heater. Well, we're gonna turn it off. Let that cool down. 51, baby. We're just gonna have to take them outside. Just set them here on the bed and hope they don't melt the bed liner. Yeah, it's almost 10 o'clock. And I still got a 2-hour drive home. And then I have an event I have to be at tomorrow. First thing. This thing cools off a lot quicker. Alright, we'll let that cool off for a second. I'm gonna take these propane tanks out and then we'll be back for those. 53, if you can see. Close up these ovens and turn them off. Let that cool off for just a minute. I'm gonna set this outside. That way it has a few minutes, or 2 minutes, to cool off a little bit more, just while I kill the lights. Final number, 54, baby. We'll take it. It's not perfect, but main room lights off. I'm just gonna set the heat to 55. So hopefully tomorrow, when if the tech can get the parts, you can get that fired up, and we'll have heat again. Otherwise, I'll be back tomorrow with another update on this building. It is 12:20, and I'm home. I'm gonna go to bed. Lesson learned. I should have just called Irving yesterday. Well, take 2 of heading over to check on the building. Spoke to the tech, and he's not gonna be able to get the part in until at least Monday, if not Tuesday. I'm gonna get driving, and I'll check in with you in about 2 hours. And we're hoping that it's still warm down here. Okay, we got a drain somewhere leaking. It's not warm down here. It's not cold, but it's not warm by any stretch. That's cool. We're gonna turn that one off. It's okay down here. I don't know what the temperature is down here. This thing's working, but it's not enough. Nope. That's not helping. Maybe it's not the shower drain that's leaking, but the water leaking out onto the floor. Okay. See this rug? It's wet. That's my fault. We still have water running, so that's at least something. Let's see what we're at. 44 degrees in here. Let's just start with throwing the oven to 500, opening that, throwing this oven to 500, opening that. I'm gonna set this propane tank here at the bottom of the set of stairs. That way the heat from this can go directly upstairs. On low, so we're not doing too much. Let's just get a starting temperature upstairs. See, we got 40 upstairs. I don't know if you can see that. We got 40 upstairs. We got 44 downstairs. I'd like to be close to like 75 degrees before I leave. I'm gonna give this like an hour and I'll already at 1 degree. So if we can get it up to like 65, 70 would be even better. And I'm gonna program the freeze alarm to call me if it gets too cold in here before there's an issue. 63. We've been going for about 30 minutes now. So that's really good to see. We're gonna go upstairs and see. It's much cooler up here still. But it was 40 up here when we started. It's now 51. So we'll see where we're at in another 30 minutes or so. Maybe I'll just have a little lie down and have a nap. I've programmed the freeze alert to call my phone if it gets below 45 degrees, which I don't think it'll be long before it hits 45 degrees. Downside is it calls me every 2 hours. But at least then I know the temperatures drop below 45 degrees. All right, so it's now 4:20. Let's just say it's 4:20. The bathroom temperature feels pretty good. It's doing its thing. I have definitely given the building a lot more time to warm up, unlike last night where I didn't get here until 9 o'clock. Yeah, it was like 9 o'clock, and then I spent probably 30 minutes just warming up things and then got out of here. Plus, the torpedo heater spent a lot of time down in the basement. I think we're getting close to moving the torpedo heater down into the basement for a little bit. Probably give it 15-20 minutes down there, and then we're gonna bounce out of here. But currently, downstairs, we are 77. Now granted, downstairs, this spot is right next to the 2 ovens. So give or take, it's a little bit cooler in the front, but I have the fan running. Just gonna sneak upstairs and see. It's noticeably cooler upstairs, but it's not cold anymore. Let's see what upstairs is. It's 60. All right, so we're up. It's 20 degrees upstairs. We're up 33 degrees downstairs, because we were 44 when we got here. It was 40 upstairs, 44 downstairs. I don't see it staying warm in here. So in the basement, I think we just tripped a breaker. So I kicked this one up, and it's almost 80 in here on the wall. Here we go. Let it run for 30 minutes. We'll be back down here in a little bit. Well, we've hit 80. So we'll keep this running for 30 minutes, see if we can get up to close to 85, and then we'll turn everything off and get out of here. Home for 7, I guess. All right, so downstairs, down to 78. Upstairs, this thing's still chooching right along. I know we're gonna drop in temperature, and I'm probably gonna start getting calls tomorrow. I just hope it's later in the day. All right, it's 63 in here. All right, we'll get packed up, and we'll save you the boring part of me packing all this stuff up. You know, you don't need to see it. All right, last lap through. Heaters are out. We're still at 78. Parts won't be in until Monday. Tomorrow is Sunday. Really hoping I don't have to make another 4-hour round trip out here to put heat on again. So we are going to kill the ovens. Let these things, I'm gonna leave them open just so all that heat can just escape. And I know that as soon as I'm out of this building, the temperature's just gonna go down. But my hope is that it goes down slowly. We're gonna kill that, let that start cooling off. Let's get out of here. I don't want to see this camp for another 24 hours. 78, 94. We're back again. It's 44 degrees in here, which is not too bad. That thing started calling me a little over 2 hours ago. It is 8:48. So I've been getting calls every 15 minutes from that thing, which is awesome. I mean, it works, but at the same time, whoever set it to 15 minutes, I'm not a fan. All right, so we get the ovens on. I don't know, we'll get close to 60 degrees, 70 degrees. It just needs to make it like 12 hours. Craig's back at work, and he can come over and put his propane heater in here. This is just so we don't have any frozen pipes. Let's check upstairs real quick. I'm glad I got the call at, let's see what it is up there, 39 upstairs. So it is cooler upstairs than it was yesterday. It's colder today. It doesn't feel too bad down here compared to like yesterday. We're up to 47. Hopefully you can see that. I've got the fan in the bathroom. trying to pull air from here into the bathroom. If we can hit 65 in a short period of time, I might push it to 70, just so I know it's gonna be warm enough. I'm not gonna shoot for 80 like I did last night, just because I know in 12 hours somebody will be here. Well, I'll give it 30 minutes. At 9:30 we'll give it, and we'll check in and see what the temperature is. It's been about 20 minutes. Heat has been running for a good 30 minutes now. We've hit 60, so I think my plan is we're gonna let it run for probably another 30 minutes or so. Oh, that is noticeably cooler up here. It's 47. It's like, what, 39 when we first got here? So it's almost 10 degrees warmer upstairs. 16 degrees warmer downstairs. So we're gonna push for 70. If we can hit 70 before 10 o'clock, we'll probably pack up and get the heck out of here quicker. It's now 10 o'clock and we're 70 degrees downstairs. The bathroom still feels cold though, because we don't have any heat in there. And upstairs is 53. I'm not so worried about upstairs because there's only a couple pipes up here. I'm just gonna move this real quick. I'm gonna turn it off. See? I turned it off because I'm not psychotic yet. If I have to come back over here for another, I'm gonna lose my mind. Let's see if we can do this in one match. This will get the bathroom warmed up, and we'll give that like 10 minutes. 71 in here. See if we can't put... There's no outlets here. Except for... There's no outlets that are in a good spot to blow air up the stairs, so we're just gonna have to let the heat naturally rise up there as the evening goes on. This is still running. It's, I don't want to say it's warm down here, but it's not compared to upstairs. It is not warm down here, but we don't have to worry about freezing pipes. All right, it's 10:20. We're at 73 here. The bathroom noticeably warmer. And I'll just pop upstairs real quick. 56. Good enough. I'm getting out of here. I got 2 hours to go in the truck and get home and go to bed. And I am done with this saga of this building for this year. Let's get these things shut down and get out of here. Cow, I can hear again. Kill the ovens. Again, this is the time where it would be nice to have a wood stove in a building. We just hit 74. Deuces. We're gonna turn the tank off downstairs and we'll hit the road. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.